Ryan Chungo. What a name. Bronze 1. Welcome back to a Reddit review, what have you. We have in the Jungle Mains Discord, the Reddit, asking about climb from Iron 1 to Silver 4 in 1 month, but now Turbo losing. What's going on? It says he likes to spam games. That's fine. You know, you can play how you want to play. But if you really were serious about improving and climbing, instead of just playing the game for fun, which, I mean, it is fun to climb. Uh, but you know, if you're just in it for fun and climbing secondary, keep spamming games. It's fine. But it's obviously not very good when you're trying to actually focus and learn something to get better at the game. Um, I suggest something in the comments for you, but I'm also going to do a VOD review here because I can. NA, and you're in Bronze Silver, so I can give you some good advice. You mostly play Briar. I would say just keep playing Briar. Don't switch up your champion too much. You play almost way too many champions. You're not going to get very good at any single champion if you have to constantly switch your mind to playing a different champion all the time. And plus, when you have to focus on, okay, now I got to play a Moo, play frontline tank, or I got to play a flanker, or maybe just like I'm farming a lot, not worrying about my lanes, or playing Lilia where you become the carry and you're kind of like your job is to 1v9 and get farmed on yourself. And then you play Warwick, who's like hyper aggressive early ganking champion. Like you have to switch your mindset so often that you're not going to learn the game of League of Legends very well. Um, because you're going to be so focused on having to play different styles of champions all the time. So pick one champion, max out on it if you can. Um, I would say it looks like you like to play a lot of Briar. I mean, these are all fine champions. Mumu, Shyvana, Lilia. I wouldn't recommend Warwick. I think Warwick shortcuts a lot of the uh, the game in a way. He's kind of falls off really hard late game. You kind of have to snowball early or this champion just doesn't feel super good. Obviously you can kind of just play for mid fights and stuff and be fine in low elo, but yeah. He also just, I don't know, the whole scent thing where you have to follow the person's scent when they're low, it can kind of distract you and keep you from, it might take your mind away from things that are really important that you need to be thinking about in the game. So I honestly don't think I don't think Warwick's a very good champion to pick up as a new player. Even though he's super easy, his stats are really strong early, so it does feel really good to play him. Play him for fun if you want. Um, But Shyvana, honestly, Lilia, Mamumu, they're great champions actually. Actually, and Nocturne even. It looks like you played some Nocturne. They're great champions for learning fundamentals of the game. I'll just go ahead and look at this 11, 5, and 7 where you lost. It's a 36-minute banger, dude. Um, it seems like you're doing fine on Briar, so like I'm not gonna. I think it's probably important that we maybe look at other champions. So in case, yeah, your Briar gets banned, then maybe you could play Shyvana. I think that's perfectly fine. To have like another champion in case like your champion gets banned a lot. I main Rek'Sai, so I don't have to worry about that. I feel like Rek'Sai's ban rate is just super low and doesn't really matter to me. I don't get banned out very easily. Um, let's see. I'm going to take a look at Shyvana's build real quick. If I can find this champion. Okay, there we go. Yeah, starting item, going the green moss guy. We're going Trinity Force. It looks like you're going actually pretty standard build. That's good. Just following the recommended. That's great. We go press the attack because that's the most popular. It's actually pretty decent win rate. Conquer can also work on this champion. So let's just dive right in and see what you get. First thing I'm probably going to be looking at is we have to think about our jungle matchup, right? So like Karthus is probably not going to invade you a lot, so you don't have to really worry too much about that. He can. Technically, he could invade you on your blue buff, and it could be disastrous if he's really good. If he's really good and has like a freaking script to like hit his Qs, he could kill you. But it's very unlikely. They do take exhaust for this reason too, of like if somebody tries to invade them, they can just win the fight fairly easily. Exhaust is actually fairly powerful level 1.
Minions have spawned.
Like this guy could invade you and kill you on your camp, technically. But is he going to do that? Probably not. Okay, this invade I kind of hate. So when you're playing in low elo or you're just learning and getting better at the game, we want to try to keep the game as consistent as possible. We don't want to add random variants and random variables to your game too much. Once you learn the basics, the fundamentals, you get really good at just getting a strong lead, having a really good first 7 to 8 minutes of the game, getting yourself strong, getting level 6, and coming into mid game really strong. Then we can start worrying about bending the rules a little and doing some cheesy stuff here and there, pulling off your camps to like protect a dive or to pull off a dive, for example, a tower dive. If you don't know what that means, like if the enemy laner's under their tower. Give me 1 second. Oh, sorry about that. The enemy laner's under the tower and they're like super low HP because your laners have been bullying the crap out of them, and they have, say, like Tom Kench. You saw them burn flash. You probably don't dive with Tom Kench. Let's be real. But they're like Trundle's like burned his flash. He's like 10% HP, and your teammates are right there pushing the wave in, or like a gigantic wave into their tower. There's an opportunity to tower dive, is what they can say, is where you gank, but you're attacking them under the tower. And you have to do it quickly, and you have to do it methodically. Make sure you have an escape plan because the tower is going to do a lot of damage real quick. Um, but again, we're not going to worry about those things right now because we need to remember, let's like try to get the fundamentals down where we're getting ourselves strong and like consistently like in a good solid position for mid game, going into like 10-minute mark when laners are moving and towers have fallen a little bit and you can like start roaming the map a bit more. Doing invades like this is going to make for a lot less consistent of a game. The best thing to do, I know it sounds really boring, it's really repetitive, it's what a lot of people say, all the challenger players and whatnot, just full clear your jungle. Just go standard stock start with like red buff, like your top lane red buff, you go all the way through here and go to your bot camps. It gets you level 4, the easiest, most guaranteed. There's a reason why people say that. It's because it's the most effective way to ensure that you're going to be strong for mid game instead of throwing your lead. Or even not even throwing your lead, just throwing your position, essentially just getting yourself in a bad position. So this works out because you have a Silas. I mean, Kindred mid is really weird, especially in Silver. Like, this guy's not going to be able to play this very well. And he obviously didn't expect this. This is very unexpected gank from you, coming from this side. That they probably had no idea you were over there. So this isn't going to work all the time. And see, like, now you're just kind of roaming around. You're still level 2. Karthus is 3 camps down. He's going to go into here, and he's going to probably look for your jungle camps now. You just need to get your level 4, dude. Okay. See, now your invade didn't really matter too much because you got counter jungled anyway. So you're kind of like on par. He's actually ahead of you in CS because you didn't clear your red buff. You're just ganking too much. This is crazy. That actually works. That's weird. Okay, because he just burns flash here. What happened here? Okay. They're trying to just all in when they shouldn't be. Like, there's no way that ever works. So you're getting kind of lucky in this game, actually. The enemy laners are very, very bad at this game. So you're level it's 4 minutes and you're level 3. I don't like that. Again, what has Karthus done this entire time? He's just farmed his jungle. He hasn't done anything fancy. You've done a lot of fancy things right now, and you've had to work really hard to get this 1300 gold, right? So you're 200 gold ahead of Karthus, okay, maybe like half a longsword. That's like maybe a dagger almost. But he has experience lead on you, and his camps are all respawning, so they're going to be worth more than your camps, and your red buff's still on the map. Okay, let's just do full clear, go to your raptors, very nice. How much money do you have? You're sitting on 1700. This is a great recall, actually. We're gonna go back, we're gonna buy items. Let's go to our, I think here, this is a really good opportunity. Look, you're almost level 5. This is awesome. So if we do our wolves and our gromp, we can actually just set ourselves up to do the dragon here. So if we do wolves, gromp, into dragon, we're actually in a really good spot. Okay, you're too worried about him doing dragon right now. Let's just hit our camps, dude. Let's just hit our camps. Okay, do our gromp. No, 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 do our gromp. Okay, you can't. Oh my gosh. This is wild. You are so aggressive. Dude, I love like seeing what you're trying to do things. You're trying to see what works. This is awesome because it looks like you're having a lot of fun. This is really cool. I like your playstyle in a sense that it looks really fun, but it's not very consistent. Like, so I could see why you're kind of getting stomped now in Silver. It's just not a consistent game plan. It looks like it could work in some games, but you're gonna fail a lot as players get better. Because as the enemy laners get better, none of this stuff's gonna work. Yeah, now you're just kind of wandering around aimlessly doing nothing. I would have liked it if you either... So we take our Gromp way late, so now it's not spawning at the same time as our Wolves. So this is really awkward, so I wouldn't even take Gromp at this point. You need to either just start the Dragon, which I wouldn't because Senna's in base, or we just recall because guess what, our Krugs are spawned. And our Raptors are respawning right after it. So we could do like a Krugs, Raptors into blue, and then into Dragon, and by that time you'll be level 6. Because look at your XP bar. So like if you were to just recall and then go, like if you recall right now, I guess you can't really buy much. You can buy a longsword or maybe like the thing that goes into Sheen, I think. Wait, what do you build on this champion again? It's like Trinity Force, right? Do we go Triforce on this champ? Yeah. So you'd go like a Sheen component into your Krugs, into Raptors. You'd be level 6, so you can go threaten the dragon with your ultimate. But instead, we're wasting a lot of time just running around, not doing anything. See, like you're so close to level 6. This is a big red flag too. You need to be thinking about your power spikes. Power spikes, right? Like, so finishing your Trinity Force would be a huge power spike, right? And then getting your level 6, getting your ultimate unlocked is a huge ability, right? So when you're this close to level 6, like think about that. Like when you're level 5, even just look at what where your XP bar is and what is the fastest way for you to get your ultimate unlocked. That's what you need to start to think about. And it's not wandering around trying to find kills, trying to find his camps. It should be trying to kill these guaranteed camps. That is just sitting there guaranteed, really quick, really efficient. Okay, now you're just like helping bot lane for no reason. Okay. Do dragon. Okay. This is great. This is all great. Should be able to win this. Okay. What happened here? I guess you don't have a ton of CC with this bot lane. It's just double enchanter bot lane. You don't have a lot of damage yet either because you don't have your or you don't have Trinity Force yet. Yeah, Tahm Kench just kind of saves his Trundle. This is a hard lane to gank because Tahm Kench exists. You don't have like a super hard CC unless like they land their skill shots. So honestly, it's kind of tragic, but I wouldn't even be focusing this lane that hard. There's a world you could have maybe helped top lane early because Nasus is super weak early on. I guess because you're Shyvana, I wouldn't. Yeah, you don't really have a lot to offer as Shyvana, unfortunately. Shyvana's game plan is probably mostly just farm until you hit level 6. I'm gonna be real with you, because you don't offer a lot of things, except for just damage. You don't have like good CC, so you don't offer very much utility for your laners either. Dude, all of your camps are up. Please, please just go farm your camps. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, in all of our camps, in all of our camps. And look at this. You're actually, even with all this action you've had on the map, look at your the opposing jungler. He's actually done. He has more tempo on you. He has more camps killed. He actually has his first item completed out of base already, so he is actually ready to make a move, and you're not. Okay, right here. How much gold do you have? See, he's already actually up in gold on you, and he hasn't done anything. He's just farmed his camps efficiently. And so he's going to gap you because he's going to go into mid game a lot stronger than you. I mean, he's to be fair, you're very close in gold. It's like 100 gold off. His item's a little cheaper than Trinity Force too. Oh man, dude, you just finished your clear? You have 1,800 gold sitting in pocket. Go back. You should be recalling here. Yes, this is a waste of time. You don't need to be doing this. You're fishing so much. So, if you want to invade like this, you have to learn how to jungle track. This is another skill in jungle that you do not have right now, and so you shouldn't be invading like this. To invade like this, you need to jungle track. You can't just go based off the icons on your minimap, be like, oh, they looks like they should be up, and then you go find that they're not up. You need to figure out where Karthus is and where he's been before you start doing stuff like this. To do jungle tracking, you have to practice clearing your camp sufficiently first. It comes down to like, oh, well, if I'm doing my red buff, he's probably doing his blue buff. And so like when I'm on my Krugs, he's probably on Gromp. And if I'm on my Raptors, he's on Wolves. And like you have to start from a baseline of like, okay, this is like the stock standard, like how this game works. And then you just adjust based on when you see them on the map. When they show up on the map and you can hit tab and check their CS number, you know where they've been and you know where they're going to head next. But to do that, like to practice jungle tracking, you need to actually just do a stock standard clear because it takes less mental stack than you just running around doing this cheesy stuff, ganking a lane at level 2. You're not going to be able to jungle track because you have so much, you're thinking, like you can't think about all of that at the same time while you're also doing cheesy things like invading his red and ganking mid. Uh, so we have our Triforce. Look at that. So this is really weird to me, right? You ran around and did all this for nothing, pretty much. So like, let's see. You were done with your Krugs here at 1120. And you had 1867 sitting in pocket. I'm pretty sure you needed 1863 to buy Trinity Force at this point, so you have Trinity Force. Let's see how much time you waste. Okay, doing this. We waste our ultimate. I don't know why you ulted into the bush instead of just checking it with your E or maybe just walking in to the bush first, but we waste our ultimate, and now we're backing. You wasted an entire minute just running around instead of going back and buying your Triforce. Look what you could have done in a minute, by the way. Let's look at the clock, 12:20 to 13:20. Okay, right about here. You would have had 2 camps cleared. These would have been already cleared. You would have been having these cleared. You would essentially be here at this point. Actually, you probably wouldn't even have this done, because this wouldn't have been spawned. So you could have been able to like gank mid or bot at this point. Or, yeah. And that matters because look what happens, by the way, in bot lane. Karthus ulted. It's pretty rough. This fight in bot lane you could have been to. Like, these could have been cleared, essentially. Now Karthus has a 600 gold lead over you. Okay, now we're efficiently clearing camps. It's too late, though. We should have been doing this from the start. Because when it comes into mid-game, that's when you need to stop like thinking about full clearing your jungle all the time because you're already kind of like have your item, you have your level 6, you know, you just need to start playing the map a little bit more, but you're doing it the other way around. You're playing the map too early. Yeah, we need to back for dragon. We shouldn't be playing this. Dragon is up, and I need to be playing bot lane at this point. We're flashing. Okay, you need to okay, you need to calm down. You need to calm down, brother. It seems like you don't know how to play Shyvana. You don't know your damage and stuff, because like this kill never happens. Don't ult here unless you see Cho'Gath land a CC. Say, for example, this CC lands, then you would ult. But like you're too far away to ult at this point, right? So like the CC's over. We know Cho'Gath has nothing left because he just in W'd, he used all of his CC already. So he has nothing to follow up on this ultimate that you use. Okay. Yeah, that does nothing. I don't know why you flashed on him either here. Like, he's half HP. There's no way you kill him, right? Like, that was a crazy flash. So you're just kind of limit testing, it seems like. You just need to learn, like, your damage and what you can actually do on this champion. And now the game's pretty much over. I mean, it's over for you at least. Like, there's not a whole lot you can do here. You're just gonna have to play through Sylas and hope that Sylas carries you. Just keep farming up and trying to get your second item because Karthus is kind of gapping you at this point. And you notice like Karthus is gapping you without doing a whole lot, right? Like he's gonna win this game by just clearing his jungle, like completely just mowing down his jungle camps, and then being strong for like 10 minutes into the game. And I mean, Karthus excels at that. Like that champion does that really well. But Shyvana can too. Shyvana's kind of a farmer, honestly. Um, this champion, like Shyvana scales really well. You don't have to. I mean, sure, Karthus's damage scales more than yours, but like Shyvana is kind of a scaling champion, and you don't really want to be doing all these unnecessary things in the early game like that. So I hope that helps. It gives you a little bit of better mindset and going into the game and how you should approach these games, especially in low elo. Like low elo is not very coordinated. Like things are gonna randomly happen. Lanes that you have that are supposed to win will lose, and vice versa. Sometimes lanes that you'll have like a Kale that beats a fucking Darius sometimes. It just is gonna happen in these elos. Um, because it's so many varying skill levels. So the important thing is to focus on yourself and make sure you're going into mid game so that you're strong enough to compete in the mid game, like team fights and skirmishes around Dragon and Herald and stuff like that. That's what Karthus did, and look at how well he's doing now. He just farmed up. He's level 10. He's ready to go. He's got his items, and he's just able to fight you because he's done the basics. He's able to make sure he's strong for like the 10-15 minute mark. So. Yep. Good luck. Hopefully that helps.